Hi, my name is Hossein, and I'm the founder of CDRbook, world's first ethical CDR writing platform. Every year, thousands of brilliant engineers lose their chance at Australian migration. Some get their CDRs rejected, others face 36 months bans, not because they lack skills or expertise, but because they trusted a wrong ghostwriter with their CDR. Here's what breaks my heart. These engineers didn't want to use ghostwriters. They were just more terrified of writing their own CDR and making a mistake. Imagine having to tell your family, I ruined our chance at Australia because I messed up the paperwork. That fear alone drives good people to risk everything on ghostwriters they don't know. But here's what those ghostwriting services don't tell you. They're not spending 80 hours perfecting your story. How could they, when they have like 10 more CDRs due this week? Instead, they recycle the same templates, the same sentences, even sometimes the same projects submitted hundreds of times before. I know this because I've talked to so many of you who were the clients and got banned or rejected. I'm here to tell you that this struggle ends today. I believe no one should be choosing between their ethics and Australian dream. That's why we built CDRbook, world's first ethical CDR writing platform that empowers you to write your own fully compliant CDR in just 8 minutes. You have a unique story to tell, and you should be the only one holding the pen. Not a ghostwriter who doesn't know you and your capabilities, and certainly not a template that doesn't fit your achievements. In just 8 minutes, I'll show you how your real experiences transforms into a powerful, compliant, and unique CDR that gets approved. Let me show you how we made this possible. Welcome to CDRbook. Hi everyone, welcome back. So I'm going to walk you through the platform and how you can use it to write your fully compliant CDR in 8 minutes. But before we get started, I wanted to give you a little bit information about the tool and how you can leverage it. Basically, we had a lot of internal debates on how to design the interface and how would be an ideal platform that helps clients get the CDR written in the shortest amount of time. And we ended up deciding on the format that you can see here because it's literally so simple and there's no room for mistake. And the interface may change in future, but for now, it's one of the most efficient ways that actually showed in our tests with clients to be the most efficient and the most loved one. So this is what I'm going to presenting today, but keep in mind that we will at some point will redesign the interface. All right, so let me walk you through it. It's very simple. Just like you have to fill out some form, ask some information. But one thing that I want you to keep in mind is that the quality of the CDR that you get heavily depends on the quality of the input data that you provide. And that includes your resume and your LinkedIn profile. So I want you to, before getting started with this tool, make sure that your resume is completely updated with the recent and all the information that you had. And I want you to think of that resume as a different version of your professional resume. I want you to include every single project and every single experience you had there. And I'll explain in a minute why is that. And that might end up being a 6-7 page resume or 2-page resume, doesn't matter. But I want you to have everything listed. And that would help a lot on the next steps. All right. The other thing that I will highly recommend is that I want you to have a document like this that has your name, graduation date. It's not mandatory, but it will help. LinkedIn profile, and also select 3 projects that you might be interested in explaining or using as career episodes. And also select employers that you work with or work for. And that could be a university that I explained here as a educational setting, and then have the start and end dates. It might be in the resume, but it might not be in the resume. So I want you to prepare the dates that you started and ended working on that project. So that would help a lot throughout the projects. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to use the same document that you see here, just to transfer information from here to my form. So it will ask about my name. I'm going to add that. And then next one is the graduation date, LinkedIn profile. And I'm going to just copy paste my LinkedIn profile here. And make sure to process URL. So it will fetch the data, parse the data, and understands exactly your competencies, your courses, your certificates, everything that is about you on the LinkedIn profile. It will understand and use it later. All right, so next one, I want you to select your discipline with ANSCO code that relates to you. And finally, I want you to select the professional engineer from dropdown. Then what we want to do is just to find your resume and make sure that it gets the green check mark, which means that it's uploaded successfully. So with everything here, instead, continue. All right. Now we get to the next page. Here, it's a very critical point at this form. It will ask you if you have details for 3 engineering projects. So if you have already 3 separate projects listed with every detail, engineering detail, formulations, everything, and you have already have access to those. For example, you might have your thesis or final year project document set somewhere. So you can select yes. And if you do so, I actually prepared a form similar to where we are. And if I say yes and proceed, it will present you with a form, basically upload 3 documents. So project 1 document, so just upload whatever you have, and project 2, project 3. And that's where we have these basically documents collected, so you could move to the next stage. But if you're not sure which projects to choose and you want AI to help you identify the best options, I suggest you go with no. So if you choose no, what happens is that AI will look at your resume, LinkedIn, background, everything, and will give you a list of 10 projects that has potential based on your own background, that has potential for working with CDR. So I'm going to select no and then continue. All right. So at this point, our AI is reviewing the background information, and we're going to give it some time to come up with a list of projects. Okay. So it started to give you the list of the projects. And as you see, it's a table with project topic, description, relevance to the user, and it explains why it's important and the complexity, and also work setting. Is it educational or work related? So based on your own information, these are not fabricated data. Based on your own submitted data, it will come up with a list of projects that has potential and why they might be a good fit for you, right? So I want you to read through them and make sure that identify the projects that are comfortable and has merit and demonstrate your capabilities, basically. So once you choose those 3, I want you to just copy paste them here, right? So you can copy paste, let's say this one, just copy paste it here, and then maybe the description as well. So AI has more content to do that. So I have done that through the paper that I showed you. So I selected 3 projects. I'm going to just simply copy paste them here. My project 1, and that's why I said it will help if you decide prior to what to use this tool, what projects you're going to use. Help. And for project 3, I'm going to use much more detail. So you could see that there's no limitation there. You could just literally copy paste a lot of text in here. And once you have everything, I want you to select continue. So from now on, of course, your form may be a little bit different. Like it might have a payment pop up that you need to pay in order to move forward. but basically it's the same experience. Now, get to a section where AI will ask you like a series of questions, and these are repeating questions. Like, for example, name of employer one, name of employer project two, and name for employer project three, right? And that's where I wanted to kind of like prepare these things beforehand. So I quickly transferred them here to save time. All right, so I'm going to have Amazon automation engineer. And for dates, you can literally have any other format. Our AI is smart enough to understand exactly what's happening. And for project two, I'm going to repeat the same thing and start and end dates and location. And these are sample data that I work with past. All right, so the next one, we're going to have I was a student, final year project, and start and dates and address of the university. I'll add this. Okay, so with this information transferred, all I want you to do is just to review, make sure everything is correct, and of course we have chance to kind of revise everything, but then you can select continue. And from this point on, AI will take care of the formatting, the data that you had provided. It will do a market research to identify exactly the competencies that you need to demonstrate, and will literally write the CDR in the right format for you. And of course, this is within your project data information that you had presented on your resume and your LinkedIn. And that's why I keep repeating that it's critical that you have those documents updated. And of course, if you have separate documents, like I said, uploaded that you can add to AI, it will even have more information, right? But as you see, the career episode one, started writing it. And you see that in just seconds, it wrote a very professional and compliant CR or career episode, and we have programmed it in a way that I think at minimum it writes about 2,300 word per episode, and the minimum is 1,500, so we're way above the limit. And now with that, we're going to move to career episode number two, and I just want to make sure that I emphasize enough. I don't want you to refresh the page at any time because it will kind of erase everything and you might not be able to continue. So next one, we're going to see the career episode number two with some formulations that it researched and seeing that it's being populated. After that, we're going to move to career episode number three, which I believe was an educational setting at university, and I did some simulations, and the results were published as a paper somewhere. So we're going to see that setting as an educational, basically, career episode. All right, now we're on number three. It's career episode about final year project. So exactly like we expected, and it's going to go right down a lot of detail that we expected, and even the organizational chart that you have. And this is going to be the final career episode. And after that, we're going to move on to other documents such as CPD, resume, and most importantly, summary statement, which would be very interesting to see. All right, so yeah, it's completed the CDR 3 career episodes at this time. And we're going to wait until it completes and moves on to the next document, which is, so at any time you can copy the context here and paste it into any document like Google Sheet, Google Doc, or anything else. And I'll show you how. But basically, now we're move on to continuous professional development and use your LinkedIn courses that you've added, or suggest courses that you should have added there. And you might have mentioned it in a blog or somewhere that you've passed these courses, but they're missing. So it's going to tell you all those courses that it suggests you to add. All right. So with that said, all right, career CPD is actually complete. Now we move on to resume. And again, this is so important that you have a good resume to feed into this, because it will enhance it. But with a good resume, it has a really good foundation, a solid foundation to write a very professional document for you. All right. So now we have almost everything ready, and you have a final checklist that you might or might not have in your final. And now we're at the end of the process with the summary statement, which is considered one of the most difficult documents. Like, not difficult, basically complex, because it has to observe every interaction with every other document and make sure those competencies are listed here correctly. And that's why we're gonna see that how this AI would create a table and match those competencies throughout. All right. Now we're seeing that summary statement is being generated, the competencies, and these are exactly like the elements. And this is where a summary, like where I applied them throughout the projects. See, in matter of minutes, have a fully compliant, personalized CDR to me, not everyone else. No one has this template. One has submitted these projects before. These are completely unique to me based on my experiences. And that's the beauty of this tool. Now, once everything is completed, I want you to basically go on top and export this as PDF. So I'm going to demonstrate actually a couple of ways that you can use it. So basically, it will give you a complete binder of everything that is created here. So you could basically use it to convert it to Word, however you like. Or basically, what you can do also is that, let's say career episodes, you want to just use this as a Word document or somewhere. You just literally copy it and then go anywhere. I would say like maybe create one, and then you just copy paste it. Of course, you can copy paste as template, so it will bring everything as it was, like it's the markdown and everything. But you get the idea that you can copy paste information here and modify it however you see fit. And that's the beauty of it. And at the end, can have these competencies, let's say, copy paste into the official template that you need to download and submit to Engineering Australia. So you need to basically copy paste it there, and that's it. You have your fully compliant CDR in a matter of minutes. I hope that you enjoyed it, and thank you so much. If you have any feedback, we would love to hear that, because we want to ultimately improve it for you. And you can reach out to us at info@cdrbook.com. Thank you very much, and looking forward to hearing from you.